this, so still feeling good as we get into this match. But Toon's also been pretty solid in the momentum department, to say the least.
Yeah, of the three most recent Midwest majors, if you include this one, we had What's the Daily Smash Advice back in November. Toon actually took that whole bracket. Toon came, conquered, left, and is now back once again to fight against Asimo, who has yet to take a title in the Midwest. Also was at What's the Daily Smash Advice, got third place. Somehow these two did avoid each other then, but they played each other during the birthday run. As I'm sure you know, Asimo beat Toon in that event. So we'll see how the run back goes.
Yeah, so far they're both playing it relatively slowly, but now as I say that, Toon finds the opening, gets to swinging. The damage isn't able to really rack up there. It's going to be a really interesting situation right there. I thought Asimo was going to go for that big swing, but we didn't see it.
I wonder if we missed the proxy jab there, or if it was just an up tilt that was missed input or something. But yeah, the follow-up did not come through. Toon on the back foot. Oh, landing on your own block is tough, but Shoryu does not connect on the true combo.
Yeah, the block kind of helped out there, I think. Messed up the timing a little bit. Like we may have seen too with the TNT slowing down that earlier interaction as well. But now both players at a rough percent. The Tatsu will do it. I love the confidence too. The moment that the blocks got contacted, we started swinging right through them.
Toon starting off the newest stock with a craft bait. Almost worked out for him, but could not take Asimo's stock down. We've only got gold tools at the moment. Trying to set up some blocks because we'd like to get Diamond out before we get too much damage tacked onto us. Still willing to swing through the blocks if Asimo aggresses too hard, and Asimo, as careful as can be, trying to break through the walls.
Yep, just really safe pokes, like max range F tilt if there's one layer, or maybe going in with the up tilts as well. But relatively safe so far, and gets the parry on one of the hits of the minecart, but not all of them, sadly. Good pressure, just backs off.
Okay, pressure against the blocks, but nothing doing. If there was a lower block, that might have been a better confirm, but did slip just underneath it. Asimo staying alive, continuing to put some pressure down. The backboard being put up is interesting. Getting to the other side of it, trying to mine down, can't do it.
Yeah, not a lot of materials either here, and a little extension right there off of the iron block right there. Now a solidly empty resource bar, but just enough to get that stock as we see some more tools get crafted, and right back to it. The diamond tools are in play, but not for much longer if you keep getting all of these terrible spots. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was a DI straight in. That's interesting. I wonder if Toon was trying to save that last iron because he accidentally had to burn an iron off the stage there to recover, but had one in the pocket, wasn't willing to use it, and got taken for a ride. Speaking of,
yeah. Well, Ryu knows that song already.
Yeah.
He's heard it plenty of times, but he gets off a little early, and all of a sudden someone else is in the driver's seat. Now Toon in the back corner here, stuck at the ledge. Does fight back though, big damage.
Okay, Hadouken pressure, Anvil catches. We still have jump, but tried to aggress a little bit too hard to the ledge. That block didn't even need to provide the pressure.
Just the thought alone was enough for Asimo to reassess and then get stuck in a really bad spot. No big damage right there. Doesn't find that connection in 31 off of one small misstep, and they are going at it, but the focus attack should.
What?
What is going on?
What happened? What was that? Why did that not connect?
I thought it was called focus attack, but he seems to have lost the plot. He's just swinging at nothing.
Okay, Toon gets another lease on life after a very interesting interaction. Wow. Tech once, you're fine, but you weren't ready to tech twice. Toon takes it all the way to the bank off of an interesting double tech interaction that Asimo just could not have possibly been prepared for.
Truly, I always, especially in the early days of Steve, joked that production should have some sort of soundboard ready. Maybe like a slide whistle in the back or something, because that is cartoonish what we just saw right there. Once in a while, yeah, I just think maybe I don't have anything to say. Maybe I just hit him with a because that interaction.
That was crazy. What a weird first game, right? The interaction of focus attack dropping the crumple after. It's not even that the focus attack dropped the crumple. You jabbed and you went for the Shoryu, but there's no way Asimo misinput or was too slow to the draw, right? And then the double tech off stage situation. Looney Tunes start to our first of top 8.
Well, thankfully they're 30-minute episodes, so we got more action coming right up, going right back to small battlefield. Don't play the credits yet. We still got plenty of game left.
Okay, that's good pressure. Toon tried to swing out of the corner. I guess maybe trying to time Asimo out on the stopping your jabs, but nothing doing. Asimo continuing the pressure. Okay, what?
Tech jump off of the block is.
I thought he had a wall jump for a second.
I didn't know Steve had it in him like that. That's crazy. Yeah. Big damage opportunity here. Not going to get the full extension with Smash finish that we usually see, but still some good damage. And a nice little interruption of the combo right there with the anvil.
Walk past the TNT, just pressure against the blocks. A little too close, Toon not comfortable, swatting away, building the blocks again, got the diamond out. Wonder if he's going to consider pulling it. 84% is kind of a weird percentage where you could probably die to one Ryu interaction, but if you pull the diamond out and take the lead, you might as well just call this one your game.
Yeah, I think honestly the gold tools work just fine.
Oh.
All you need is one of those spikes. Really good pressure we saw with the very fast gold up tilts, and it led to a situation where the shield was just like a second nature to Asimo, and that's exactly why the command grab was so good right there.
Gold tools have that low durability, so we see the axe disappear on the combo and the pickaxe disappear on the follow-up mine. Now we have to be questioning, would it have been worth it to pull out the diamond? You could have probably gotten a second diamond or close to at this point with the additional mining speed, but unfortunately, now we're just in a rock and hard place situation.
We do have the sword though, still good for that jab, as we saw Toon trying to fight out of the corner right there. Asimo still swinging for the fences, but it's just a lot of strikes coming up here.
We're trying to bait into F smash situation, like the only thing that you can actually do with your remaining tool. No iron in the bank, that should be it, and it is.
Beautiful little follow-up there. Not super confident with the Shoryu, but Ryu's got plenty of options off of that up tilt. Relatively safe poke, and sleaze into whatever you need, but you're gonna need a whole lot more after a JV3 from Toon in that second game.
That was crushing. That was not looking indicative of the last set that they played at Cav Clash. Now, that did go game 4,
Flash?
so. Oh,
That's great. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know we had it like that here.
It's okay. It's water. Yeah.
Production is affirming for us that it is alcohol.
It is what?
Water, sorry. What
Water,
did I say?
Hey, it's good. It's really insulated. You know, like the metal is a good insulator. So right back to small battlefield for this next game. The TNT comes out, an explosive start to what was less than explosive finish. That last game was surely the Toon show, as the theme song indicated.
Literally, yeah, the Toon show. Oh, okay. That was a nice little combo. Any higher percent, it might have been a problem. No iron has been mined at this point, though. Oh, that's really deep. And giving up advantage state, giving up the ledge for that, too. Now Toon gets to go back, grab some iron, grab some resources, grab some tools, because you went a little bit too deep looking for the kill.
Yeah, really tough in general to go for stuff like that because of the stage control you give up, but a character who can run away with that stage control is certainly Steve. Able to get just a little bit of resources here, but the back air actually just sends Toon gone. Right back to the blast zone, and now we're on the second stock. Big change of pace in the last couple of games.
Yeah, fresh tool gone there, too. Still got some iron coming out here. Anvil keeping pressure in the center, but Asimo very patiently trying to approach. Just can't find an opening. Oh, there's one.
Nice little safe approach with the fireball backup. Toon does find a way in with a roll into the grab. Is going to get the stage control. These blocks set up a really rough spot, and oh my goodness, how sad that looked.
Tough, tough. He wanted the focus attack dash to land on the blocks, and it was just a little bit too short. And at that point, you don't have any other choices. You're gone.
Okay, nice little movement right there. We see the dash in and then kind of a fade out as well. Toon opts to just go off the stage, take a moment, and then recover if possible. But you're going to have to try and fight back. Minecart, great way to do that.
Okay. Yeah, start a combo. Gold tools are fine. Diamond for the last stock. We're feeling comfortable. The gold tools are fairly fresh, too.
I'm loving these grabs we're seeing from Toon as well. Great way to get around focus attack or just that run-up shield that we've seen here and there from Asimo as well. Now stuck on the ledge, just looking for that up tilt. Probably looking for that jump that we are going to eventually see. But Asimo is still trying to remain patient and find a way in.
Uses actually the last bit of iron to set up a block there. I like the idea. You're at a high percentage. You know, you're probably going to lose the next hit that hits you, so you don't need to worry about a disadvantage tool.
Right.
Nothing doing, though. Asimo finds a way back, closes the stock, and maintains a small lead.
Ever so slightly here. As we see, like, the wall interactions are getting a slightly more Toon favored as the set goes on as well. Really playing around Ashimo's like forward tilts and jabs to get around the wall, but Minecart gives Toon the stage here. We need to take the stock soon to have some time to get these resources back up.
Not really any option that you have there. I don't think that there's any possible option, actually, with there's two horizontal blocks. You're either going to Tatsu and get hit, you're going to focus attack and get hit, or you're going to jump and get hit. So kind of a checkmate position. Asimo cannot find a way around that, and I have to imagine center stage is going to be all the priority in the world as we see the DI in.
Yeah. The only upside is that the pickaxe broke in that exchange, but yet another grab for Toon. Get some new tools into the mix, and a big forward smash to catch the landing. Both players recoiling, but still holding on barely here.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Asimo swatting back. Not over-aggressing again, holding center. At this point, it doesn't matter what resources you give Steve. All you need is one opening. You need to find one jab. Ideally, a proxy jab up close. A down tilt would be really nice, too. But how do you get in range?
Yeah, it's really tough. We see a couple of ideas here, but none of them really working out. The Tatsu not getting punished. It didn't cross up, but only a grab for Asimo.
Hard to punish that F smash. It's less laggy than you think. Trying to swat out of the corner. Now we have no resources, no iron, no blocks, nothing to your name. Not a single dime. And Asimo takes him to the bank.
That was so tense. I was so worried about that shield pressure. Shielding on the platform, not where you want to be, but if there's a character in general you do not want to have your shield up against, gotta be Ryu.
God, no.
And we saw right there, the back air alone did so much damage to the shield. The Tatsu is probably just all but guaranteed. I love that pressure from Asimo. It's really been Toon with this iron defense, and Asimo finding every little spot to get as much going as possible.
For the first time, we're seeing Toon's stage counterpick, and we're going back to small battlefield. I wonder if PS2 is banned or if it isn't the preferred stage. I have to imagine banned by Asimo if we're choosing small battlefield. I can understand for a million reasons why you might not want a single platform stage or a flat stage, even against a Shoto. So if this is the best double platform that's available, we take it.
Yeah, I think both players feel comfortable. Each of these games so far have been close. It really just comes down to one interaction going one way or the other. I love that. Actually going low with low profiling that approach to avoid the up tilts that we've seen so many times before. I can see why you want to avoid them. Look at that damage.
Off of a missed ledge trump, right? Like Toon barely got up in time and attacks 60% and gets to mine resources again.
Ooh, interesting interaction right there too. Shakunet's blocking the minecart there, scrambling center stage, and that could have been a huge opportunity. Hey, it still works.
My God, it still works. No way for you to get out of disadvantage in that position. Toon's stock is fresh. Asimo, 64% on the first. Oh, pressure against the shield. Nothing you can do, single hit.
Interesting tech in there too. Looks like Toon was not ready for it. It's one of those options that's so interesting of a choice, you can't really expect it or plan around it. And I like these roll-ins too. Now that Toon has to try and approach, we see Asimo kind of bait out the approach and then respond accordingly.
Oh, wow. Burst through with the minecart, up close and personal. It's a good ledge trapping option, disadvantage, advantage tool, recovery tool. It's a good tool.
Yeah, it's got a couple of upsides. Nice little opener here from Asimo though. The air dodge, not exactly getting scouted out. Definitely had the right idea, but a little too much mobility on Steve there.
Interesting to set up the backboard at the moment. I guess setting it up in the middle can act kind of as a pressure tool, and you can just retreat behind it if you're not feeling comfortable.
Right. Ryu is pretty good, though, at breaking the walls. A lot of practice on those cars in that one parking lot. So really good at just beating up the inanimate objects and finding a way in. But Toon still says, hey, listen, if you do find your way in, I'm going to run a crazy combo, practice route on you, any direction. Doesn't matter. Vertical, horizontal, big damage.
We are sticking on the stone tools. I mean, the stock does look primed to go down, but not having been able to pull out a diamond this game has spelt trouble for Toon as Asimo finds Toon's reversal off of ledge inadequate.
It's really interesting adaptation there too, because we've seen so many of those jump from ledge with up tilts, or just up airs rather, like work so well. That was such a good adaptation. It stayed just a little bit out of that range and punished with a strong jab, but good response from Toon. Dead even game here as the resource bar is a little low. We still have just enough iron for it to be a problem here for Asimo, but platform came in clutch right there.
That was huge. The full hop right over the minecart and then being able to follow up off of breaking him out. Nice 50 and climbing percentage. Man, that early percentage mattered a lot more than I thought it was going to, AG.
I love this too, that we're seeing like these counter adaptations about the wall. Before, you know, Toon was like letting Asimo break them and then punishing, but now we see Asimo, oh, that's exactly it. What was that?
Now we have to get back and get the axe. Yeah, we have to get the pickaxe back out. We only were able to mine one iron, so we want to set the wall back up. That's not enough disadvantage tool for us to feel comfortable with, especially when you just use it for the block right there. It is a backboard, but what will that do for you when Ryu can kill you off the top? You need some more.
Yep, dead even now. As we see, oh, I love the idea.
Thoughts?
But the missed tech, oh, it's so, I'm glad that only that one hit was the one.
Wow, backboard? Oh,
wow.
My goodness. Top board.
Oh, no.
That's dead. One more. Oh, we got one more chance.
All right.
Whew,
Wow.
Toon breathing a sigh of relief. taking that set.